on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Today we're going to be talking about what to expect if you're coming to Las Terrenas in 2022. That is the year, isn't it?
It is the year, yes. We're also going to be doing a couple of firsts for us in this video. Starting things off, we're at Playa Coson. We've never been here before, but later in the video, we're going to be staying at a really, really beautiful villa. It's on a beach, not this beach, but it's our first villa we've stayed at here in this area. So this is one of those places that so many people recommended to us. It's a beautiful beach, a little wavier than I expected, but maybe we'll try to go for a swim later. We will see. But I think one reason people probably love it so much is it's super quiet. We'll explore a little bit more as the video goes on. By the way, if you happen to be new around here, my name is Anna. Trevor is behind the camera. We are the Delightful Travelers. We would love it if you would hit that subscribe button, like this video, it really helps get it out there, and then maybe leave us a comment while you're at it.
Well, I so see why people told us to come to this beach. There's almost no one on it, and the sand is soft and pillowy. This beach stretches on, and I cannot get over the color of the water. Las Terrenas has it all. Samana, this peninsula, we just can't stop talking about it. There is so much here, and we can't wait to give you all this info today as we go through the video. What are you up to over here?
Of course, taking some photos for the gram. This is a very Instagrammy beach, by the way. There's all these like trees, well, palm trees that reach right over the beach towards the water. So yeah, it makes for some really great photos. And if you're not following us on Instagram, you should be. We do occasionally post a photo, but not as often as we should. Sometimes we post some reels, but again, not as often as we should. But what we do a lot is we do stories, which are basically like a little glimpse into maybe what you'll see in an upcoming video, but in real time.
There are absolutely some beautiful villas here on the beach. We didn't expect that. We just thought it was basically an empty beach, which, well, it is an empty beach at the same time. Can you imagine living there and then just coming down to this perfect beach? So we cannot wait to show you our villa a little later in the video, so stick around for that.
Yeah. But if you are watching this wondering, how busy is it in 2022? What to expect in terms of people? Well, for one thing, you can definitely expect to go to a beach and not find many people.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about this area, is that there are really so many different beaches. Basically the entire coastline is a beach. So even in high season in January, you can still find a little piece of sand for yourself.
Easily. And
yeah.
I would say too, that because we're coming hopefully off the end of this whole situation, you all know what I'm talking about, I think this is kind of the perfect year to come here, because some people aren't traveling yet, but others are, and the ones that are getting to explore places kind of on their own.
Yeah, when we were first here in January, it was very, very busy then. Now it's towards the middle, end of March, and it's definitely quieter than it was, for sure.
So I just mentioned the situation. It's probably a good time to talk about what restrictions, if any, are here in the Dominican Republic now. This is as of the end of March. So in general, everything has been lifted, huh?
Yeah, they've taken away basically all the mandates. At one point, you needed to have your vaccine certificate in order to get into certain stores, like grocery stores and that kind of thing, banks. You never needed it to get into the country to fly in. Masking is all gone as well. Like you don't have to wear a mask. Lots of people still do inside, but you don't have to.
But I do notice now as the weeks go on, less and less, even foreigners are wearing masks in grocery stores, so just keep that in mind. But for us, we play it safe just in case, because we do travel around a bit. We wear masks when we go in grocery stores, but if we're out in the open air like this or outside at a restaurant eating out, of course we don't. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But in general, things are looking up with restrictions. So if you're planning on coming here, just know at the moment, there's none.
And you might be wondering about COVID cases since restrictions lifted, which was a few weeks ago. I've been keeping an eye on the daily case count, and it honestly hasn't gone up at all since they eased restrictions. So that's hopefully a really good sign of things to come. I know a lot of countries right now are starting to ease restrictions, and a lot of people are really nervous about it. So hopefully that's a good theme, like that we're not seeing any huge spike in cases, fingers crossed.
I know, it makes us really excited, not only for here in the DR, but to travel again.
Future travel and life going somewhat back to normal, and hopefully we can go visit some other countries in the near future.
Well, we're just walking up the beach here. We're going to try to find some lunch, but what we did find is another river.
Yeah, that seems to be a common thing here that we keep finding on all the various beaches. I think all the beaches seem to have one river that seems to go into the ocean, and they're so pretty.
I know, look at this. So, look at this big kind of river. I don't know how deep this is. This guy just told us it's okay to walk across. Let's go, let's try it out. You go first. If you don't make it, I'm not coming.
Bye. we survived. It didn't get washed away in the. It's actually a very, very easy thing to cross, but it's cold.
Yeah,
Wait,
I know.
such a big water temperature difference between the ocean and that river.
I know, but it's so cool, just that coming right out of the jungle, right into that ocean. It's just absolutely crazy. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So we did find a place to eat here. It's called Restaurant Louise. It's the epitome of a beach restaurant. We're just right here on the sand. There's all these kinds of different shacks. There's quite a few people here as well. We have ordered some food. You kind of order right where they cook, and then we ordered some drinks. It did take a while to get those, just get the drink order in, but now the food has arrived.
So there's not really a menu. You just kind of ask what they have and they tell you and you order. If you're a fish fan, this is the place to come. They basically have like big crates of fish, and you just probably pick one and then they go and cook it for you. Pretty cool. We're not big fish people, especially like whole fish, so we went for chicken. We decided to split stuff today, but we got a whole big fish, or chicken fillet right there, grilled chicken. We got some tostones, which are fried plantains, some rice and beans.
So this is such a typical Dominican style dish here, especially when you're on the beach, and whenever we're eating lunch, we always end up getting chicken, rice, beans, tostones, all of the things. I'm gonna try the chicken. It looks pretty good. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. But it's good. It's just a fillet. There's some nice seasoning. It's actually nice and tender. I was worried it would be overdone, but it's not. Let's try these rice and beans, because this is what it's all about when you're in the Dominican Republic. It passes the test, that is for sure. Oh, they know how to do rice and beans, I'll tell you that. So good. So good, you guys. Last but not least is a tostone. We've been so getting into these. The longer we've been in the Dominican Republic, the more we eat them. They're so good. If you don't know what they are, they're like a plantain, but it's like a crunchy plantain. They deep fry them quickly. They're good with ketchup.
So you might be wondering, did a lot of restaurants close during the pandemic? Have they reopened? Is most stuff open again? We were never here before the pandemic, so maybe a few like big restaurants closed, but we honestly don't know the answer to that. But everything seems to be reopened. We haven't seen any like big closed or temporarily closed signs. And service is another thing we should probably talk about while we're here at a restaurant. Basically, don't expect the same type of service that we would get in, say, Canada or the US. It's just not the same. We're on island time here. Things can be a lot slower. We've also noticed when some restaurants get really, really busy, the service just drops. There was one night we went to a very, very popular restaurant, and everything was great until we got our meals, and then basically nobody returned to our table for like a good hour after that, so we had to be very patient. And another time, very, very recently, we went to a burger place that seems to be quite popular, but it's not always packed, but we just happened to be there on the wrong night. It was so busy. I'm pretty sure they lost our order, but they never really admitted to it because we saw people come in after us and leave way before we even had our food.
And if you're wondering, how do we pay for things around here? So some places do accept credit cards. Here it's about half and half in Las Terrenas, but cash is king. Cash is always king when you come to the Dominican Republic. We always get out pesos before anyone asks if we take down like USD or anything like that. We always use the local currency, so make sure you have cash. Some places do take a credit card, like this place even, which is kind of shocking. But a lot don't. Just remember that, because you have to go get cash quite often. It's not how we think when we're back home where we're from, but if you're coming here, do that. But now it's time to go back and see our villa. Well, here it is, our new little, or should I say big, home here in Las Terrenas. This place is exceptional. It is very big, as I just said. It is surrounded in greenery. It's so lush here, and you're never gonna believe it. We are just moments away from the beach, about a minute walk, huh?
Yeah, we'll show you that soon enough, but first we're going to give you a little tour of this beautiful place. It has a few different bedrooms, which we'll show you in a second. It's perfect to bring friends. We were actually supposed to have friends with us, but just due to unforeseen
didn't work out
circumstances, it didn't work out, but it really is the perfect place to hang out with friends.
It is.
Family, can't wait to show it to you.
Here's the fun fact about this place. One of you guys, one of our subscribers here on YouTube, offered us a bunch of nights to come and stay here.
So nice. We love you guys.
So nice of you guys. We have the best community. It's win-win for everyone, because now we're going to show you just how amazing this place is. Look how big this yard is. So the house is back there. You can see we pulled up on our ATV over here. It was about a 10-minute drive from town.
Yeah, not too bad at all. It's very, very close. So the first thing that you're going to see is this giant patio. Maybe the best part, I always say that about the outdoor space. I love the outdoor space at any Caribbean type house. We've got a hammock and a lovely little sitting area over here.
I know, I can't believe there's a hammock, but there's not only one hammock.
There are, in fact, 2 hammocks. We can both hammock at the same time. How great is that?
I don't think we've ever had that happen before.
We have not. We also have a giant table over here, so all of you guys can come to dinner this evening. You're invited.
Something I like about where the table is here is you see this behind, it's the kitchen window, and you can have that open and you can pass the food back and forth. So it's very, very convenient. But let's take you guys inside so you can see what it's like.
Watch out for the hammock.
I know, you gotta watch out for that.
But come on inside. Something I already love about this place is there's these giant doors, so during the day you open them up. It makes the living area and the outdoor space kind of feel like one giant space, but then in the evening you can shut it off. Keep all the bugs out there.
And look at this room. Look at all the wood, huh?
I love it. It's like Trevor just said, it's full of wood. The ceilings are crazy high. I love the decor in here. It just feels like very beachy chic kind of feel to it. Yeah, it's like a beach house.
Yeah, it's very much like a typical Caribbean style interior.
Yeah.
Welcome to the kitchen area. This has everything you're going to need, from a fridge to a stove to a microwave, you name it. Also, I think this place is kind of geared towards hosting large parties. There are so many plates and cups and mugs, I still can't get over it. Also, remember I said when I was outside, when you're out there, there's a big giant window into the kitchen where you can pass food back and forth. So this might give you a better understanding of that.
I'm currently outside and Trevor is currently inside. How convenient is that? But I think you missed one of the big things that this kitchen also comes with.
What's
which
that?
is a cook.
Oh my God,
We've
how did we
never,
forget that?
ever stayed in a villa that has its own personal cook. She will make breakfast for you, lunch, dinner. There's a menu, you just pick what you want and they'll make it for you.
So,
how amazing is that?
That's right, you're hearing that correctly. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, your own private chef, and they even clean up after you when you're done. I mean, this might be a
That's
first.
the ultimate vacation. So while we're over on this side of the house, I'm going to show you a room that really I haven't gone into because we don't have people staying with us. We haven't really used this, but perfect kids bed. You've got like a double bed on the bottom, it's a bunk bed, and then another bed on top. There's AC in all the bedrooms. There's also an extra bathroom over here as well.
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah,
Wow.
third bathroom. Each bedroom has its own bath. There's another tiny little room here that I honestly thought was a closet, but it is sort of storage, and then there's also a loft that leads to another bed space.
I'm climbing up here right now just to show you guys, but yeah, there's another bed.
And AC here as well.
And AC. So over this way we have a dining room area that I've hijacked for an office as usual. And then if we come outside here, this is kind of the backyard. And hopefully this gives you an idea just how big this space is. What's kind of cool is there's 2 lounge chairs back here as well. So there's tons of privacy everywhere around this villa. Let's show you guys the second bedroom. It's very large in here.
It is, and there's like I guess a queen size bed or a double, I'm not quite sure, over there, and then 2 singles, so you can fit a lot of people in this house. And there is another bathroom right in there.
No, there's no shortage of bathrooms in this space, that's for sure. And they're all very nice and they're all very bright, aren't they?
Yeah.
So last but certainly not least, there's one more bedroom.
Yeah, I'd say this is, I guess, the main bedroom. It's the bedroom that we're using. Again, we have a double bed over here, lots of windows. But there is, by the way, mosquito nets in these as well. We slept here last night so far, just one night. Definitely didn't need it, but it's great that it's there just in case, the mosquitoes get crazy. But something you might not notice, or you probably can't tell from the video, is that there are bug screens on all the windows.
Also, if you're wondering, there's air conditioning, I believe, in every room. Huh?
In all the bedrooms, yes.
I'll show you guys the bathroom here. It's also very nice and bright, kind of like a walk-in shower, toilet, vanity. It pretty much has everything you're gonna need.
Believe it or not, this is actually the first villa that we stayed at in Las Terrenas. And it's just weird because this area is really, really well known for having lots and lots and lots of villas. People even told us that before we even came here, is that there are some apartments, which we stayed in already. We've shown a few in previous videos, but that it's really well known for having all these villas.
Yeah, if you have your own rental or own arrangement, maybe you have a taxi driver you can use, villas are a perfect option. I mean, look at this place we're at. We're just 10 minutes from the outside of town, and this is what we knew coming into Las Terrenas. You can expect incredible villas. There's some that are right on the beach. There's also some that are in kind of the hilltops around here. They look
they're all over the place.
I know, I can't get over it, but it is appealing that if you don't want to stay in a villa, there's lots of condos right in the center of town, and that's good if you don't have a vehicle and you just want to basically walk everywhere. So
but it's also great to come with friends or family. If you are coming with a big group, a villa is a perfect option. We've actually met a lot of people around that are in big groups of like 10 people, and they clearly rented places on the beach.
Yeah, so if you're coming here, expect amazing villas. So I don't think we said what the name of this place is yet. It's called Casa del Mar, and one of the best things about renting this specific villa is the beach is only about a minute away.
That? Yeah, a minute walk. That's it. I can literally see it right there.
You guys are, well, you're about to see what we're looking at. Well, here we are at a pretty empty beach, huh?
This is actually, we're filming this on a Sunday, so this is really, really busy. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people or something like that.
It's hard to believe there's so very few people on this beach. Remember, this is just 1 minute from where we're staying right now. It's all white sand and beautiful turquoise water. Honestly, the whole area of Las Terrenas, especially when you get outside of town, just like even 10 minutes, is kind of like this. It's very untouched and absolutely gorgeous. Well, someone found a picnic table, huh?
Not just any picnic table, this is actually our picnic table for our villa. It says the name right on it.
Yeah, there's the name right there.
Yeah, so it's our own personal picnic table, but very conveniently, the villa also comes with a whole bunch of beach stuff, so you can have like beach chairs to bring down. I think there's snorkels, there are actually paddle boards. You're not gonna get bored.
So at this point in the video, you're probably wondering what's the fastest way to get here once you fly into the Dominican Republic. So there's about 3 major airports. There is more than that, but 3 of the most popular ones. There's Punta Cana, there's also Santo Domingo, and then there's Puerto Plata. There's Santiago as well, but I'm gonna leave Santiago out just for a moment because there's more flights that come from other countries into the first 3 I just mentioned. All of those airports are roughly 3 to 4 hours from where we are right now by a car. So you have to do a bit of work to get here. Just after your flight, be prepared to drive.
However, there is that Samana airport that's like a half an hour from here. There are fewer flights that go there. I think it's a relatively small airport, but there are a few direct flights.
Yep.
I think there's some from Canada, maybe Air Transit perhaps. I could be wrong on that, but someone might be able to correct us. But there's also a new flight that's coming from Miami. I think it's American Airlines, and that's a direct flight. So I think that's going to make it a little bit more popular or easier to get to anyway.
Yeah, so just remember, because there's not like a major airport here, there's less people, which kind of makes this place a gem, right? I mean, look around. There's no one behind us on this beach. That still blows my mind. It's very the opposite of Punta Cana. So just keep that in mind if you're coming here. It's good to know how far it is from all those airports.
So you guys might recall that we said we have a cook here. We usually eat a little bit later than most people, so she made us our meal and then we just reheated it. It smells and looks delicious.
What do we got?
Like a chicken stew, basically, like stewed Dominican chicken. I think it's called pollo guisado.
Wow.
Look at that, smells amazing. And then we got some potatoes over here.
I still can't believe this place comes with a private chef. I don't think we've ever felt so spoiled. And oh, I'm right in that window we talked about earlier. So Anna's right there. She's about to pass me the plate. I'm just gonna put it on the table. This is very convenient. Thank you, ma'am. Ooh, all right. Oh, that looks so good.
So this is a Dominican dish that we've had once before in a restaurant, and at that time it was on a bone. This time it's boneless, so it's gonna make it very, very easy to eat. Lots of sauce. I put lots of sauce on my plate so that the potatoes would get saucy as well. It looks really, really light, kind of a little oily. Wow.
Smells really good outside here. I'm guessing that's from the chickens.
Very, very light. A little bit, there's obviously some oil in there, but also some tomato, and I think maybe oregano, and just some like seasonings. This is really good. Probably some garlic in there too.
I'm gonna try these potatoes. They look so good. The fork's going through these easily. I'm gonna dip it in the stewed chicken sauce down here. See how it is. Oh, it's like perfect potatoes. Especially in this stewed chicken sauce. They're just all soaked and covered in all the juices. Full of flavor. I love to know what the seasoning is, but overall this is a great dish. There's also, just to kind of round things out, there is a little salad on here as well. So it's kind of a perfect Dominican style meal. And we're extra excited to be eating this chicken.
One last thing to touch on if you are coming to Las Terrenas in 2022 is that you might be wondering about language if you are like us, an English speaker and only have a little bit of Spanish, or maybe you don't have any Spanish at all. Most people do not speak English here. You will find it here and there, but in general, go with the expectation that people will not speak it. You'll get by, we get by. You will also find a lot of Europeans here, so you're gonna hear Italian and French, but Spanish is primarily what you want to get by with. For instance, the cook here doesn't speak much English, a few words. We got by with using a lot of Google Translate and just a lot of pointing, and we've been fine.
Yeah, pointing, smiling, and apps.
Yes.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. That's the time on the clock. Now we're curious, what time do you guys eat dinner? We usually eat close to this time. Sometimes a bit earlier, but it took a while, extra time to film this.
Yeah, but yeah, usually 8 or 8:30, something like that. Finishing up around 9 or 9:30.
Yeah, you guys used to seeing us in glasses, by the way? There's a lot of people new around here, and you're probably like, what is actually happening? This is what happens usually in the evenings. But anyway, we do hope that you enjoyed the video, and this has given you some insight into Las Terrenas. So if you got this far in the video, we want to thank each and every one of you for watching. If you're new here, Trevor, Anna, Delightful Travelers, make sure to click on the subscribe button, leave us a comment below, hit the share button. If you're not new, you know the drill. It's nice to see each and every one of you again.
And lastly, as always, whenever we stay at a place, if you want to book this amazing villa, all the info will be in the video description below.
Yeah, and what that is there's an area, if you're watching on your computer, that has all the description, the text, there's links. A lot of you guys ask in the comments in every single video, so it's just right down there.
And yeah, you just have to expand it. That's all.
That's it. It's pretty simple. Once you guys figure it out, you can go back in all the other videos. That's where we put the links on everything we film.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Las Terrenas, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.